So the question that I come to now is this: what is jihad? Is jihad as we've been told in the West, or is jihad as we've been told in the Middle East? Here's the difference. In the West, we're told that jihad is this working on your inner self, getting rid of the carnal nature of you, getting rid of selfishness and the struggle you have with your own self. But in the Middle East, they teach jihad completely different. They teach that it's a conquest of war for the sake of Islam, fighting in the cause of Allah, much like we would understand it like the Crusaders. Was it an inward struggle, or, according to Muhammad, was it an outward struggle with arms? So that's the question. So today we have to discuss ISIS. Have they taken jihad out of context, or are they doing jihad as ordained by Muhammad? So as we've said before and we discussed, the best way to know Muhammad's views, or any religious icon really, is to review their book and their quotes. So what did Muhammad say on the issue of jihad? How do we know if ISIS has taken jihad out of context, from the inward struggle to the outward struggle of conflict and aggression? I'll tell you what we do know. Muhammad is on record saying, within the narrations, his quotations, credible Islamic sources, he's quoted as saying, "He who dies without participating in jihad or conquest," now get this, "or wishing for it, that person will be in the same status as a hypocrite." Now, what does that mean? That means if you don't fight in jihad, in conquest, the outward struggle to enforce Islam in the earth, that's okay, but you don't have the choice whether to want to or not. That's basically what that hadith says. So we have imams all over the world literally recite these hadith, and then we wonder why ISIS is so out of control. When these narrations are regularly quoted in Friday sermons, I've heard them, I've been there, I just turn the channel on, you will hear them. The only outcome is the radicalization of good, kind-hearted people who are wanting to seek and please their God, to please Allah. It's also on record saying that Muhammad has said, "I have been commanded," and it's even in the Quran, by the way, "I have been commanded," not suggested, not inspired, not led, "I have been commanded to fight people until they testify that there is no God but Allah and that He Himself is the messenger." And this takes it a little further, not just to confess Allah and Muhammad. You have to perform your prayers, pay jizya. What is the jizya tax? It's not even a tax, it's a fine actually. The jizya is when people are conquered by Muslim raiding armies. You have, if you're a Jew or a Christian, you have the option to opt out of becoming Muslim, but you have to pay for it. So basically, it's a discrimination fine for being a non-Muslim. If we enforce that in America today, all hell would break loose. So what's interesting too is that Muhammad said in that same quote, he said, if you do this, if you repent and you become a Muslim, and if you don't become a Muslim, you pay the fine, you will be protected, your possessions will be protected from the enemy or from Satan or from hell. No, that's not what he said. He said, you will be protected from me. Why do you need to be protected from Muhammad if he was a peaceful, loving man?